Hello guys, and now we are on the fourth game on the Sicilian Thematic Tactics series. And in this game, we are going to look at the thematic move of g5 pawn to g6. And let's see the game. The game was played between Vishy Anand and Lokman Veli in Monte Carlo in 2007. And let's see how Vishy destroys his opponent. Now e4 c5, knight f3 d6, d4 cd4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, bishop e3, e5, knight b3, bishop e6, queen d2, bishop e7, f3, castles, long castles, knight bd7, g4, b5, rook g1, and knight b6, knight a5, queen c7, g5, knight fd7, knight d5, bishop takes d5, e takes d5, knight takes d5, queen takes d5, queen takes a5. Now bishop to d3 and queen c7. And as you can see, the analysis shows g6 is the right move here. And white has sacrificed a pawn for supremacy over the light squares. The d5 square is his for the foreseeable future, and his pieces are pointed towards the black king. The question is, as always, how can he cash in on all this before black begins unraveling? Anand has a crisp answer here. That is the g6 move. This is the thematic move which I was talking about. This is one of very typical moves in the Sicilian games. In many Sicilian game positions, this breakthrough is the right way to open lines against the black king. White needs these open lines in order to set black a difficult defensive task. Now knight to f6. Of course, it was a blunder. Often in such situation, the opponent makes blunders. Here here the a8 rook is hanging. As you can see, the queen is sitting on the a8 rook. He should have moved a rook ac8. If at all he would have moved a rook to ac8, then it would fail to bishop to f5 and knight f6, g takes f7, rook takes f7, and queen to b3, and with the double threat of bishop to e6 and bishop takes c8, white wins an exchange. If at all, instead of rook ac8, if h takes g6, then there is this bishop takes g6 sacrifice and gives white what he wants most, an open g file. So that was the point of the move. So if at all after this, if at all he can't take it as it is pinned by the queen, that was the reason for the sacrificing the pawn in the center. So now after knight to f6, there is g takes f7, king h8. Here Lokman Veli thought white would now have to move his queen, and that one way or another he would pick up the f7 pawn. But there was a surprise for him. Here rook can't takes the f7 pawn because of queen takes a8. So here after this there is the surprising move of rook takes g7, because the queen cannot be taken off because of this mate. So after king takes g7 there is rook g1 check. Now the g file is opened, and after king to h8, now bishop to h6. So again the queen cannot be taken. Now black tries to block the g file. Here if at all knight to h5, then there is bishop takes f8, rook takes f8, and rook g8 check. It cannot be taken, so it's over. So after knight to g4 there is rook takes g4, rook takes f7. Now queen takes a8, and black resigned here. Here if at all queen takes f7, queen takes f7 because of bishop g5 check, and this, and the white queen is lost, and here black would win. So you must be careful in this line. Queen takes f7 was a blunder. As you can see, there is a discovered attack on the queen because of bishop g5 check. So guys, I hope this game would have been illustrative to you. I'll be meeting you in the next game. Thank you all.